Another episode of the Kevin Madal Show. So, just finished watching Legion Season 2, Episode 9. And the title of I don't know, if many of you watched Legion the movie, or Season 1, or both Season 1 and 2, which we're on Season 2 right now, or we're finishing up Season 2 right now, is the whole Alma Farouk, aka the Shadow King storyline. Now, what we saw, let me refresh your memory of where we are right now and what's going to be taking place next week on the season finale. So, what we did, or what we got, was, okay. So the movie is pretty much talking about how, or the movie tells us that David is about to be born. And in doing so, these humans in California, in the California region, has to fight spiritual entities. And when David is born, they don't call him David. They call him the baby. And through the events of that, throughout the whole movie, the first and second act is just them pretty much fighting and being together, I guess. And so David is born. His mother, I am assuming, goes to Professor Xavier's school, gives Professor X the kid. Professor Xavier then gives him up to keep him safe. Alma Farouk finds him and gives him all these Alma Farouk infects David from his adopted home, and then from there he grows up in and out of the system, going in and out of hospitals and whatnot. He sees things, he hears things. But he also has extreme abilities, cosmic-like abilities. He is essentially an Omega mutant. He grows up with these abilities. He grows up infected by the Shadow King. He kills himself, or tries to kill himself, multiple times. And him and his ex break up. And then thus we have the Sid and David love story. Now, they first met in season 1, where he is, pretty much foreshadowing an event, and then things start to shift and change. And then they go on this whole huge adventure together to try to stop Alma Farouk. They get Alma Farouk out of David, and now Alma Farouk is now in Oliver. And Oliver escapes and drives off. Now we go into the events of season 2, where it talks about illusion, delusion, and parasites, and ideas, and monsters, and all of these social society norms. And with doing so, we are left to believe that we're left to question who is the true bad guy here. Is David the true bad guy, or is Alma Farouk that is inside Oliver? Well, as the show progresses, as season 2 progresses, we find out why David was captured in that little ball, or that little orb. And with that, we get to know, we finally know why he was captured. He was captured to try to save his parasite, because he kills Alma Farouk by bashing his head in. Because we all want to bash our demons' heads in. Anyways, or our parasites' heads in. But no, really good concept. Really good messages, and makes you think a lot, which I love, because 1, I'm a big X-Men fan. 2, I kind of wanted to see more of David, and to be honest, this season pretty much delivered exponentially. What we're getting is the final chapter in David and Alma Farouk, aka the Shadow King, storyline, which wasn't really known about, and we didn't really get that, we didn't really get any mention of Alma Farouk in the movie, but we did get mention of him in season 1, so that's a plus, I guess. But anyways, really good season, because we can finally put this whole Alma Farouk big bad villain of both seasons behind us. And pretty much I think that's what is going on. They're going to try to end this storyline between David and Alma Farouk next week in the season finale. And I kinda want to see where it goes. Will David kill Alma Farouk like Future Sid said? Or will he just not even kill Alma Farouk, aka the Shadow King? Who knows? I mean, so far what we know is if he does it, it will repeat itself. But if he doesn't, he alters time. And not just the time, or not even, he won't even alter the timeline. He will essentially alter the events that will come out of the future, which has been done numerous times in the comics, whether it's in X-Men, X-Force, Deadpool, Legion, which he might do, because we saw that happen in Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 5, where the events of the future are altered and changed. X-Men did the similar thing, I want to say 3 years back, with the whole Days of Future Past, with X-Men Days of Future Past, which they kind of changed the events of the future. And also, we are now in the new timeline, which is kind of confusing right now, because what we are getting, what we got so far is Deadpool 2, Legion, Season 1 and 2, The Gifted, and Logan. Those are the movies that we have gotten so far in the new timeline, or end Apocalypse. So these are the movies that and shows that we got in the new timeline. X-Men Apocalypse, Deadpool, Legion, Season 1 and 2, Deadpool 2, Logan. Those are the movies and shows, and The Gifted, that we got so far in the new timeline. What we are getting soon for the new timeline is X-Men The Dark Phoenix and New Mutants. Those are the only two that have not come out yet for the X-Men timeline, or for the X-Men new time, for the X-Men's new timeline, which will take place in the 90s, or Dark Phoenix will take place in the 90s. I'm not too sure what time frame New Mutants will take place in. Maybe the early 2000s, maybe the mid 2000s, or maybe the late 2000s. But to be honest, what we really need is to finish this Dark Phoenix saga, and then what we really need is to introduce Mr. Sinister. That's what we really need to do. Is we need to bring Mr. Sinister on on any type of screen, small, big. Well, what they need to do is do Mr. Sinister for okay. First, what they need to do is finish the Dark Phoenix saga first. Then that will clear everything up, once they finish the Dark Phoenix saga. Then do New Mutants, or technically X-Men. What? I don't even know. Okay. There's been 6 X-Men movies. So, X-Men 7. If you want to technically consider that 7, or maybe 8, 9. So, to be honest, I lost count of X-Men. How many X-Men movies, or how many main X-Men movies there have been, because you gotta count into consideration the spin-offs as well. So, but anyways, really good season. And to be honest, I am really, really looking forward to the season finale next week. Hope you are. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys so far. More videos, and I will be doing a tribute video very, very soon. Don't know if I'm kind of torn between Mr. T and The Rock. So, yeah. Anyways, more reviews to come, more theories soon in the near future. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys so far right now. Please like, share, comment if you like, and subscribe. And I don't know if I said share, but if I didn't say share, please share. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.